Next guest is Judge Jeanine Pirro from Fox News, and her book is #1. It's Liars, Leakers, and Liberals, and it's the case against the anti-Trump conspiracies. Hi, Judge Jeanine.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I heard that this argument carried over backstage and that more words were spoken or shouted, or what happened backstage?
On my show, and look, ultimately, I was cursed at and thrown out of the building along with 4 people who were with me. And look, I've been a prosecutor, a judge, and a DA for over 3 decades. I've tried murder cases, and, I've run for office 5 times. So when people told me, don't go on The View, they won't tolerate what you have to say, my answer was I wrote Liars, Leakers, and Liberals because it is a book that outlines what happened in the 2016 election and what's happening today. And it's all footnoted and it's all factual. Look, the left today is trying to shut down the right. They invite you on and then they throw you off. They ask you a question, they don't allow you to answer it. You go to a university and you're shouted down. Look, I believe in America. I believe in this country, and all of us adore this country, and we have never been in a better place economically than we are right now under this president. And every day he gets up to incoming, and he continues to fight for us. And, everything in the book is documented and footnoted. And, you can't use the power of the FBI and the Department of Justice, DNI, National Intelligence, and CIA to tee up a fake Russia investigation. And if you don't believe me, just read the emails that Peter struck to his girlfriend, Lisa.
Wait. What? How? Who thinks that this is a fake Russia investigation? I mean, even Trump had to admit that, the Russians definitely meddled, although, of course, he backpedaled on that as soon as he said it. But who thinks this is a fake investigation? Nobody's saying that.
Well, they're saying, everybody's saying it on the right.
Well, everybody's saying it on Fox.
The only collusion, let me explain this. The only collusion they're saying, look, the investigation is real, okay? The fake investigation was of Hillary Clinton and the emails, and what's fake about this real investigation of the president is that there was no Russia collusion. They teed it up. They said, we'll stop him and we'll get an insurance policy. The insurance policy is the Russia collusion that is now being investigated. I don't think
they felt like they needed an insurance policy. They were so sure they were going to win. I mean, maybe they would have cooked something up, but they didn't think they were going to lose this election.
Nobody did. Look, I know for a fact, guys, that every network had a statement at 11 o'clock election night to declare Hillary Clinton the winner. And when it didn't happen because the pollsters weren't in tune with America, they were only in tune with the East Coast and the West Coast. Middle America, hardworking people said, what do we have to lose?
Judge Jeanine.
Got a president who gets up and is making it better. Go ahead.
You were quoted on a tweet from Fox News, Americans elected the outsider businessman president. To borrow a phrase from the man himself, what do we have to lose? Well, that's a question. I'll tell you, the respect of the rest of the world, our status as the leader of democracy among nations. And here's an important one because I'm a Republican. Any moral high ground the Republican Party may have had at one time. There's just a starter for things that we have to lose with this dude.
Well, let me explain something to you. When finally you can say Merry Christmas and it's not politically...
oh, good God, please, correct. With Merry Christmas. When have you ever gone in someplace they said you're not allowed to say Merry Christmas here? What a made-up, phony... Of all the Christmas, do you also hate the Starbucks red cup?
Let me explain something to you.
All right, you're trying to explain it, but don't throw this. Nobody buys this. There's a war on Christmas, and that's why we need to totally lose the respect of the rest of the world.
The United States, don't invite me on your show and ask me to not let me answer a question. You want to talk about moral high ground? The rest of the world respects us. China is now respecting us. North Korea is sitting down with us, while bozos in the last administration were selling our uranium to Russia.
China and North Korea are excited because they got a guy that respects them more than he respects Democratic allies that we've cultivated over the past 70 years.
Really? Why? Because, listen, if you want to pay more than you should, give more of your check and everything you worked for people who who don't want to pay their fair share. If that's what you want, if you want socialism, stay on the left. That's fine with me.
No. Did you miss Judge Jeanine? I said I'm a Republican. You know what I am? I'm a patriotic Republican, and there aren't many of those right now.
Republican in name only. And I write about you in the book.
Really? Do you call me a cuckservative? Do you call me a rhino? What do you call me? Because you sound like you're trash talking like some frat alt-right boy.
You really want to do this?
I don't know.
Let's do it!
Yeah, let's do it. It's your book. I'm not throwing you off.
Come on, Jeanine. If you're going to be Madam Tough Guy here, stop complaining about him not letting you answer the questions when he has.
Yeah,
He's provided you ample, and now you're interrupting me. Thanks.
I wrote my
Congratulations. You're now proving to be
factual,
exactly what we thought.
Supported by footnotes. What am I proving?
I don't know.
You're proving to me that you didn't let me get through my statement before interrupting me.
Go ahead.
But one of your first...
Answer your question. Go ahead.
No, you don't. What?
All right, listen. It's called Liars, Leakers, and Liberals. I'm going to suggest documented Donald Trump's the biggest liar. He's also a leaker. I'm pretty sure that he's the one telling people to call the press with all this stuff that turns out to be a leak. We're talking about a guy who used to call the... Pardon me?
How are you sure that Donald Trump is leaking to the press?
Because he used to call the New York papers posing as his own PR guy, which was a guy that he made up named John Barron. I mean, that's just kind of his modus operandi. And as far as liars...
All right, well, let me ask you this. When Jim Comey says I never leaked and lied to Congress, and then comes back and says, oh, I leaked because I had to get stuff into the public square, this guy's the head of the FBI, lies to Congress, and this guy is leaking when he had the right to investigate the president, but didn't want to investigate him until he was fired. Come on, guys. Can't you see this for what it is? This is what's going on today. When the director of national intelligence and the head of the CIA say that Donald Trump should be charged with treason for meeting with the Russian president, when every president for the last 75 years has done it, why is that a treason for which he should face death?
Because every other what a smear on Reagan, both of the Bushes, Obama, Kennedy, Johnson, to say that he did what those presidents did, dealing with the Russians. What a complete fantasy, Judge Jeanine.
He met with the leader of the Kremlin. Look, if you don't believe what I'm saying, read the book. All the facts are in there. You can talk about respect and high ground. I'm talking about facts, and the facts are this country has never been in a better place economically. We've got more jobs than people who tell them ISIS has been defeated, and you've got people running around lying about who were the head of the FBI and the DNI. And in the other world where the Department of Justice was in charge and did the right thing, they would be charged with a crime. But look, you're entitled to your opinion. This is America. God bless it.
We're going to move on, Buzz.
All right, we'll talk to you. By the way, lifelong Republican James Comey, lifelong Republican Robert Mueller. So it's a big left conspiracy. It's a huge left conspiracy, Judge Jeanine.
All right, we're moving on.